Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. Welcome to this mid-month energy check-in for July. We are in the thick of Cancer season. A lot of emotional, watery energy out there. We're also in Mercury retrograde, so still in that cycle. And Mercury is your ruler, so I don't know if you feel like information has been easily misconstrued or misunderstood or anything of that nature. Just putting it out there, not to plant any seeds, but just putting it out there. It's a possibility. Make sure you back up all your electronic devices and all of that. And then the last thing is there's a new moon this week. So that new moon is a great time to start new things, open doors for new possibilities. And I'm doing a general overview of all the different facets. So let's jump in for the sign of Virgo and looking for the heart. What's going on in your heart? There's death energy. There's a transformation going on. There's a transition from one state to the other. There is what you had felt maybe your whole entire life, and now you feel this major shift in your heart, in your emotions. This is all about your emotional quality of life, and there's a transition, there's a transformation. Death energy is a major arcana attributed to the sign of Scorpio. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart, but your heart is really transforming right now. Really, seriously transforming. What about your mind? What's happening in your mind? Your mental quality, your thinking abilities, that Virgo mind dialed in like a laser beam. What's happening? Three of Wands. So this is fiery. This is passionate. This is also always, your mind is always looking out on the horizon of your life for opportunities, for your ships to come in. It's I almost get the feeling that your mind is never satisfied. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but your mind is always looking for new ways to think of old information. I'm always knowing that there's always a new way and a fresh approach and a way to process information that I've really never thought about before. So that is kind of cool. That's actually really healthy and good. Body, what's happening in the body for the sign of Virgo, your physical vehicle that you travel around in, that meat suit that we're all in, what's happening in that body of Virgo. The King of Discs. This is your Earth cousin, Taurus. King of Discs is fixed Earth. So think stubborn. Think mastered your physical body. And that just means that your body is a machine that you have to take care of, that you have to, put it in for sleep. You have to put it in for good eating and working out, and you've got to take care of it. And it feels like you've mastered what your body needs. You've mastered the ability to learn your body and what it needs and what it likes and what it wants. And that's great. That's an awesome place to be. That's a really healthy, satisfied status for the body. What about your spirit? What's happening in your spirit, Virgo? In your spirit, the Star, another major arcana. This is attributed to the sign of Aquarius. And it is all about, it's a beautiful blend of heaven and earth. It is very spiritual. It's a good omen. It's healing. It's your spirit is experiencing a healing transformation. Your heart is going through a transformation, but maybe your spirit has already done that. The Star energy, it's about hope in your spirit. It's about healing for your spirit. Overall energy for the sign of Virgo. What's happening? Overall energy for the sign of Virgo. Oh, the devil. This is more earth energy here, and this is attributed to the sign of Capricorn. And the devil is uh, I'm not even going to say warning. It's an earth energetic, in the physical reality. The devil, quote unquote, is this, it's everything to do with the physical reality. So the devil energy is attributed to Capricorn, and it rules the body, the earthly plane. Everything we do on the earthly plane is our job, it's our relationship, it's our finances, it's our habits and our hobbies and the things that we do, that if we're not careful, those things, your relationship can become something that you worship. Your job can become something that you become a workaholic. Things that we do in ordinary place of life, it's good. But when the devil shows up as an overall energy, it almost feels to me to share with you, just be careful to not be excessive about things, to not go overboard with things, to not take good energy and because it's good, let's do a lot of it. And that can be working or working out or eating a certain kind of food, and next thing you know, that's all you eat, and you're not getting the full range of benefits from the full like rainbow of colors. You're just eating rice, and that's not a good idea. Rice can be healthy but not by itself. So there's a lot to say about the devil, just about toxicities. Watch out for toxicities. Watch out for like your ego and getting a little bit inflated and thinking that you're in charge of everything and you're not giving other people a chance. The devil has some negative connotations. And when it shows up as an overall energy, it just feels like a little bit of a sign to beware of taking something good and turning it into something that it shouldn't be. Just enjoy. I even got this just thing to share. Enjoy the little things, and they don't always have to become big. They can just be little, and we enjoy them. The simple pleasures of life. That's what I'm really trying to get at. I'm going to use the Astromatrix, and we're going to clarify everything we've just laid down. So, Astromatrix Tarot. Let's jump in with a clarification row. The death energy. Empress. Empress is coming out to clarify the death. So 2 major arcanas. The Empress has to do with the sign of Taurus or Libra. And Empress is about giving birth to new things, being creative. It's feminine energy. It's possibly being in your feminine energy. This is in your heart. Your heart wants to expand. Your heart wants to be open. Your heart wants to receive. Your heart wants to also give back, such as always being depicted as being pregnant. And there is something beautiful growing inside of your heart, and it's transforming. And you're wanting to, once you give birth to whatever that creative thing or an actual physical baby, it's coming out to bless and to give joy and to bring happiness. The Empress is about Venusian beauty, so beautifying your aesthetic environment or yourself. If your heart is going through a transformation, maybe you need a spa day. Maybe you need to go get your hair done or your nails done or something beautiful to help with that heart of yours that's transforming, because that might not feel wonderful. It's not always a pleasant experience to be transformed, especially in your heart. You've thought one way or you've felt one way your whole life, and now you're changing into something else. And the Empress is here. It's mama energy. It's mother energy. So you could have, I want my mom kind of a feeling. And even if you don't have a great relationship with your actual mom, or if your mom is no longer here, you still have those feelings in your heart about, I want my mom, and I want my mom to be here for this transformation. And the Three of Wands. Why is the Three of Wands here? I'm going to grab the card that just jumped all the way out on the floor because that obviously wanted to be seen, and that's the Judgment. So in your mind, when you're standing on the shore, looking out to the horizon of your life and all the opportunities that you see always out there, knowing that they're going to come in and that you could have these opportunities, you're also really honoring your judgment. This is another scorpionic energy. Judgment can just imply that there's a spiritual awakening or a spiritual reawakening. So even in your mind, you're experiencing like a transformation. I find this to be really awesome. I don't know what you're going through right now, Virgo, but it feels big. It feels like an actual transformation, Judgment. The King of Discs, as for your body, mastering your physical body. Why is the King of Discs here? Mastering that physical body of yours, and even however that goes. And the Ace of Swords, because you've had a moment of clarity. You've had like an epiphany. You've had a beautiful awakening in your mind. That Judgment energy that we were just talking about. You've been given a sense of clarity and focus like maybe you've not had in a long time or ever. But Ace of Swords it's your truth. It is, and it's not just your truth, but it is divine spiritual truth being given to you, almost like you've been searching for the way, the thing that's going to get you on the right path in your body, in your physical body, knowing like, I need to cut out carbs. I need to stop drinking coffee. There's been an epiphany. And those were all just examples, not throwing that out there that anything you need to follow, but it's just, I'm giving you examples. There's been these ideas that almost feels like they've come from heaven or God or universe, whatever it is you believe in, but there's like a divine mental clarity for your body or your money, your time, your effort that affects your body, knowing that I cannot work 28 hours in a 24, I can't work 28 hours in a 24-hour day. I just can't do it. I can't do excess right now in my body. My body cannot handle. I need to pare it down and clear it up. I can't eat sugar, or I can't drink coffee. I can't have soda anymore. I just can't. And then the Star, that beautiful hope and healing in your spirit. It feels like a body, mind, soul transformation, like an overall life resurge. It feels like you got plugged in and whoop, everything just changed. The Star. Why is that here in your spirit? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles has to do with, it's also attributed like, what did we have? King of Discs there. Queen of Pentacles is the spiritual partners. They are like husband, wife, and the Queen is the feminine energy and it represents Virgo. So this is you showing up over that star energy for your spiritual transformation, allowing you to have hope and healing. And the Queen of Pentacles is such a strong feminine energy, knowing like Mother Earth. And so we had Empress, which kind of represents divine mother. And then Queen of Pentacles is like Mother Earth. And this is in your spirit. This is like a sense of there's always more. When you think you've tapped out in your spirit and I just can't do it anymore. I can't give anymore. I can't, whatever it is you think you've reached your limit. The Queen of Pentacles is like, there's always more. There's abundance. There's wealth. There's generosity. There is giving and sharing and opening your home and opening your heart. And that hope and that healing that you have, you are sharing that and giving that to others. And again, you're always aware that you're not doing too much. I'm not giving too much. Let's find out why the devil is here for the sign of Virgo. Why is that devil here? Seven of Swords. Okay, well, that is a little interesting because Seven of Swords does have to do with kind of deceptive, lying, cheating, stealing, somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes, somebody trying to do something to you, to take advantage of you, to maybe take your kindness for weakness. And, when the devil is here, and this is clarifying the devil, it is a little bit of a different kind of a warning as far as watch out for excessive behavior, watch out for toxicities, watch out for things that are meant to be good but are taken to a bad place. And I think that has to do with communication as well. Watch out for your own ability to mentally self-sabotage yourself, to create a devil out of everything, to make a mountain out of a molehill, to label somebody as a devil, but also remember the devil is in the details. So watch out for the details of something. There could be more to something than you're really aware of right now, and you might just need to be very watchful and mindful, not to scare or frighten, but just opening up your mind and being very aware of people that maybe want to steal information from you, or Mercury retrograde just wonky up everything. It almost feels like muddying up the waters for you. So be on your A game, mentally sharp and clear. I have the Egyptian Gods Oracle cards. Let's grab one of those and find out a little bit more for the sign of Virgo. And it says card number 3. This is Shu, and it's order and peace. Now, in the major arcana, or in the numerology, number 3 has to do with self-expression, creativity, and outcomes. And we're looking for order and peace. Definitely really effective as far as this spread is concerned, because you are experiencing some really big things in your heart, in your mind, in your body, and your spirit. And then this overall, like a warning, you're really needing to create order and be at peace. If you want to take a screenshot here of this last frame, you're welcome to. But thank you so much for being a part of Spicy Sunflower Tarot. I can be found on TikTok and on YouTube, and your likes and your follows, your subscribes and your shares are really welcome, and I am so thankful. Love your comments too. Thank you again. Be blessed and be well.